my dad died. And I think I have something to do with it. Because it was during those first few intense days of intense grief that my grandfather said to me, "You're a doctor. You saved so many, and yet you didn't save your dad." And he was right. Because what I did the moment I knew my father was unwell is that I took his health from him and I handed it straight over to another doctor. Because that's what we do with health. We look for a fix and we look for someone to give us that fix. And we hand over our health. And the reason we do that is because the World Health Organization tells us that health is unattainable on our own. In its definition of health as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity, health is not within our grasp. A state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, that's not sustainable. Because life has evolved to be in a state of flux. And so, the instant we lose its sustainability, we hand over our health in the hope that someone else will just give us back our state of health. But health is not a state. It's a skill. It's not something you are given. It's something you create. It's not something you have, it's something you do. Health is not a noun, it is a verb. How many of you can ride a bike or have taught your children to ride a bike? Just bring to your mind your bike. Climb on. And hold those handlebars. That is you holding your health. Now engage your feet onto those pedals. That is you engaging your health. And start to pedal. That is you taking action for your health. And as you start moving, holding those handlebars, engaging the pedals, traveling in all directions, the inevitable happens. You hit a rock in the road and you fall off. But you learn from that fall and you get up and you climb back on your bike and you pedal forward again. That is you learning health. Now this time, as you pedal, you know exactly where you're going. You're aiming for that beautiful, majestic oak tree ahead, and you know exactly how to get there. That is you targeting your health. And on that journey, as you pedal towards that majestic oak tree, you are feeling the wind in your hair, the sun on your back, the energy of the journey. That is you harnessing the energy of health. Hold, engage, action, learn, target, harness. Health is a doing word. Good health is nothing to do with good luck. Good health is nothing to do with good genes. Great health is everything to do with great skill. It takes skill to ride a bike, doesn't it? What seemed impossible becomes possible, falling multiple times until that moment of intense joy when you knew you could ride a bike and would never forget this skill. But how many of you then learned to pedal faster? Tried pedaling up a hill without stopping, figured out how to ride with one hand, with no hands, could ride on one wheel, jump over obstacles, do 360-degree spins. We could all do this, you know. If we have the basic foundation of knowing how to ride a bike, the possibilities of how we skill up are limitless, limited only by our beliefs and by our actions. And it is the same with health. We all have the capacity for health. We have the core skills for a strong foundation in health, and we can all become skilled in health. And how do you do that? How do you skill up on your health? Well, you do it through your lifestyle, the way you style your life, because health is intimately connected to your lifestyle. What over 20 years of general practice has shown me so vividly is what I call the revolving door of health. Sadly, the current healthcare system is designed to create dependency. Dependency on the medication as the solution. Dependency on the surgeon as the repairer. Dependency on the doctor as the fixer. Except it's no fix at all. Patients coming back again and again through that revolving door without health gains. And when I pushed open those doors into medical school at the tender age of 18, the only thought I had was, I'm now going to help people. And that's no cliche when it comes from the heart. But as my career progressed, I started feeling uneasy because I was practicing McDonald's style medicine, drive-through style. Drive in, grab your pills, drive out, come back again, grab more pills, drive out, keep coming back. Now, I have huge respect for my doctor colleagues, but we need to put our hands up and say, no matter how compassionately we try, we are not helping people. What we are trying to do is fix people, and as a result, we're creating dependency on the doctor, the fixer, which is precisely the sort of help no one needs. We don't need drive-through style medicine. We need lifestyle medicine. That is what 228,000 patients spanning my career have taught me. The patient narrative, the stories of life unfolding in my consulting room that I listened to with attentive curiosity. Stories that have led me to the number 9. Just 9 lifestyle skills to turn health into a verb. And here are 9 actions for you to take tomorrow. To take you from morning to night, to take you from the complexity of life to the simplicity of living, to take you from health as a noun to health as a verb. Life's purpose. Tomorrow morning, instead of pressing that snooze button when you wake up, yes, I know you do it, we all do it, instead, just take those 9 minutes to reflect on your purpose for the day ahead. Research tells us that you live longer if you have purpose. It's seize the day, not snooze the day. Identity. Know who you are, your inner essence, not your job title or your role, but the qualities that you want to show up tomorrow. Make your I am statement for the day out loud in the morning. I am energetic. I am attentive. I am kind. Your brain lights up in the areas of motivation, your ventromedial prefrontal cortex, when you make affirmations that tell you who you are. Food. Food for fuel, function, and fun. Fuel up on breakfast tomorrow morning with whole grain oats, which function to keep your sugar load down, and have fun swapping in different fruits as toppings. Exercise. Stay standing tomorrow morning. Make standing your new sitting. Anything you do, just ask yourself, could I do this standing instead? Data is telling us that if you sit for more than 6 hours a day, you're more likely to get diabetes or heart disease, or both. Sleep. Preparation for sleep doesn't start when you go to bed, it starts when you wake up. Light is the most important barometer for sleep. So step out into the morning sunlight, even if it's cloudy. Time out. Now, as you settle into your work through the day, day's stresses invariably build up, don't they? But don't let your stress hormone, cortisol, stay elevated all day, because it will then trigger chronic inflammation with a cascade of effects resulting in Alzheimer's and gut issues and more. Instead, switch on your relaxation response in an instant simply by slowing down your breathing and breathing in for 4 and out for 6. Your breath is always with you. Your connections. Ask one person tomorrow, how are you doing? And listen for the answer. Stay connected with yourself too. Learning habits. Are you in the habit of answering work emails late into the night? Are you in the habit of eating all the way up until you go to bed? What's the one nighttime habit you're going to change tomorrow night? Emotions. As your day draws to a close, get into bed. Take that beautiful journal from your bedside and write down just 5 things you're thankful for. That's what participants in a gratitude study did, and they reported fewer health concerns and were happier. Light up your lifestyle. Not a drug in sight, no dependency on a doctor, no surgical wounds. But do you know how many disasters occur because we don't light up our lifestyle enough, or because we don't take action on the signals that our mind and body are sending us? Let's just take the signal of tiredness. Tiredness is so common that we normalize it. Raise your hand if you felt tired at some stage. Yes, me too, all of us. It's a universal feeling, but it shouldn't be. How many disasters could have been averted if tiredness had been averted? Chernobyl, Russia, 26th of April 1986, 1:23 a.m. The nuclear reactor explodes with repercussions still being felt today. The fatigue of a 13-hour shift contributing to the human error that led to the explosion. Florida, USA, 28th of January 1986, 11:39 a.m. The space shuttle Challenger explodes just 73 seconds after launch. Operators who sacrificed rest due to long hours of preparation leading up to the mission created a catalyst for human error that caused the accident. Alaska, USA, 24th of March 1989, 10:04 a.m. The oil tanker Exxon Valdez strikes Bligh Reef, spilling over 35,000 tons of crude oil, destroying the abundant wildlife in the area and damaging the ecosystem. The crew members agreed they were tired. London, United Kingdom, 23rd of July 2003, 6 p.m. A slip of a knife in the hands of a tired surgeon, and my father dies on an operating table. I hold the hands of the surgeon and I say, "Thank you. You tried so hard, you must be tired," not realizing at the time that tiredness was the cause, not the effect. The post-mortem reveals that surgery was not even needed in the first place. Human error is part of being human. Human error creates suffering, and we all feel compassion in the face of human suffering. But human error also instills in us a need to look at what is preventable. Fatigue leading to human error is preventable. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, dementia is preventable simply by shining a light on your lifestyle. And your health, your lifestyle, how you sleep, rest, move, eat, feel, connect, it doesn't just affect you. Your health affects those around you. Who do you affect, and who affects you? Mr. Tired Surgeon, I forgive you. for trying to care for others without taking care of your own health first. Dr. Alka Patel, I forgive me for handing over my dad's health. And Dad, I know you forgive me too for not listening when you said to me on the morning of your surgery, I don't have a good feeling about today. Can we reschedule? It is time. Time to listen and change the definition of health. No waiting for the next disaster, the next global pandemic or epidemic. We are already in the midst of so many epidemics. The epidemic of sleep deprivation, the epidemic of obesity, the epidemic of loneliness, of being sedentary, of digital distraction, of emotional distress. It is time to sow the seeds of lifestyle medicine into everyday conversations, to embed the roots of health into everyday living, to create a canopy of self-care across the globe, and to share the fruits of connection. It is time we all valued health as our most valuable asset, so that we hold, engage, action, learn, target, and harness health. Health is a verb, not a noun. We all have a contribution to make. Your health creates global health. How's your health doing today?